I'm confused.
That's good. All right, go ahead.
Whomst of cackle?
Use Yumstv.
When did I cackle? Hold on.
That was
Anyway.
literally...
Pressing on.
Are we
Wait a
good?
second.
Yes.
Can we
please.
continue? All right, I'm gonna continue.
Please.
With a flat 10, Keitha, everyone's... I'll put it this way. You're not entirely used to dealing with people in grief. It's pretty rare.
Why are they doing that with their face?
What did I miss?
It's not quite that. You know what sadness looks like, and you know that people in grief are probably going to face... It's more, you can't necessarily tell if there's a difference between grief face or guilt face or anything.
Fair enough. I'm not used to dealing with people. That's why I take care of the sheep.
The sheep.
Exactly.
Sheeple are way worse than sheep.
Yeah, because they have people in it.
I will, however, if anyone else wants to make an insight check, they're more than welcome to. We normally
Yeah,
have...
fuck it. Why not?
Is he hitting a bong? What
22.
is that?
22. He has a...
He has a what? Oh yes, I have a dice cup.
Ah.
With a 22, Odin, you're kind of standing up from the table a little ways back just to keep an eye on everything. As Tu mentions that that their grandmother was... that the victim died. Most of them are just kind of shocked. A few of them don't look necessarily disappointed, still surprised. It appears that a few of them probably didn't have a great relationship with this individual. But I will say one of them does catch your eye. The younger Tove and Honan, the slightly skinny, he's sweating bullets.
How tall is this boy?
Boy.
Say again? Sorry.
How tall is this lad?
He's... I'd say about 5.
Excellent. I am going to use. I am going to use Loom. It is the base skill of Ominous Loom.
You're breaking up real bad.
I'm going to stand up and sort of like. I'm going to make direct eye contact with him, which is funny because I only have one.
So you're standing up and making direct eye contact.
Yep. And I am basically going to, for lack of a better word, flex my aura and intimidate him.
Okay. You know, I'll give you advantage. That sounds funny.
Hell yeah. Come here, precious thing. First roll was an 8. The second one was a nat 20. So 27 total.
We need like a soundboard and have a special sound for every time rolls a 20 because it happens so often.
I don't roll 20s often.
You roll 20s a lot more.
No,
than
I don't
everyone
roll
does.
20s often. I just my stats add up to them often. Sometimes I've been getting a lot of nat ones on this dice lately, actually. So I've been playing it safe.
You know, it's really funny that he says this because it's like it doesn't even faze me at this point, Jesse. Like this is child's play compared to my experience with some people.
We're not talking about him. There's a reason he has not been invited to this game.
I'm confused.
I thought
I
it was
assume
because
it's
of the
someone who It's someone who fudges their rolls, I assume.
Yeah, no, you have to.
He physically
Wait.
can't fail at his tier.
My skill
So-
tier's too high.
It's such a specific.
Hold on.
version.
I need everyone to take a moment to acknowledge this. He said my skill floor is too high, and then a toilet flushed.
That was not. That was not me.
Did I mention the 2-year-old is potty training?
Yes,
I don't
that was
care. That's
definitely-
hilarious.
That was very good. Talk about comedic.
It's why he likes being friends with me, is because we're similar enough in a lot of areas that I can recognize when he needs the extra attention.
It's scary how accurate that is.
Dude, I sold you 10% of my soul for Taco Bell.
Yep.
You think that was
that's
for
such
my
a good
benefit?
deal. That's such a good deal.
I know,
You still have the
right?
vials, don't you?
I do. They're all hanging up with my sword.
Maybe I'll get Taco Bell later.
I could go for Taco Bell. My wife hasn't let me Taco Bell.
Oh, buddy, I'll free you.
Please do.
I'll free you from this hell you're trapped in.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
I'm concerned on his behalf because wasn't his anniversary like last weekend?
Yes.
And his wife helped him prep these sessions, so be afraid.
I'm
She
excited.
wanted
she
to
doesn't-
kill us with fire and ice.
I have been assured that I would get along well with his wife, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, no, Jacob, you cannot allow those two to meet. No.
Especially not with a sentence phrased like that. I wouldn't trust it. I don't care how good friends you are.
You care too much about phrasing and not enough about the fun things that you can do with words.
Spoken like a true fae.
It's so true, though.
There's a species of vulture in Tibet that'll break bones on the ground and literally eat like the entire knobs of bone.
Ooh.
That's
Whole.
interesting.
It's really cool, actually.
That sounds really cool.
I can only imagine what that sounds like, though. That's got to be terrible.
It just sounds like a lot of clacking of their beak.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Speaking of clacking beaks, who done did it?
Who done did it? So you rolled a 22 on intimidation, I do believe.
Damn Skippy.
The pool of sweat that was already beginning to gather on his hair takes. It becomes a lot worse. His shirt is drenched. He's looking around every which way. He looks real scared now.
While still making perfect eye contact with him, I will ask the room in general, does any of you have a clue who might have done this?
There's a general before the young man, not even breaking eye contact, not shaking his head, not just you can see his teeth begin to just chatter.
I'm so entertained by this.
I want to be, but I'm not playing Frederick. Otherwise, Frederick would just be all kinds of hyped up in the background, just watching everything. Darian's just kind of standing, like, just watching solemnly.
And let's see here, what are this?
Ew. Oh, that's
What is
Darian is actually noticing this. He has a passive 16 sight. He
Hi.
is. You didn't initially notice it, but after having Odin,
What's that clucking sound? Oh, it's his teeth.
yeah, that's pretty obvious by this time.
What is?
The clacking of the teeth. To
What about
Darian. It's
I've
yeah,
noticed
sorry.
at this point. I have noticed Senpai.
yes.
Finally, my senpai has noticed.
I think Senpai's about to die.
Somebody's about to die.
But no, there's a general dissent But the two of you are starting to. Darian is starting to, and Odin has noticed one of the younger gentlemen quite intimidated by everything. Are any of you doing anything?
I want to see how long it'll take for this child to break.
I'm just watching the show. Keitha?
I'm pretty sure Keitha didn't notice this yet. If I'm following.
You have a high perception and a decently high insight. You're just now starting to notice.
So everyone else has been kind of just looking blankly, like no idea. And he's over there quiet.
I think he's standing over him pretty accusatory.
Literally dying of fear.
I mean, I have Cause Fear as a spell, and I have plenty of spell slots left.
Who needs cause fear when you have the power of the storm?
He gets
Someone
to
who
cast
wants-
Cause Fear as a free action.
Somebody wants to watch his
I'm making
Spanish
up.
soaps in Smell-O-Vision.
Right. So Odin's obviously staring at the boy who's looking more and more uncomfortable. One moment.
I can't stress this enough. It's not uncomfortable. It's fearful.
He looks petrified.
Terrified.
There you go. That's a better word.
But either way, he still does look uncomfortable. It's just an understatement.
I'm going to turn to the room at Actually, no, sorry, Kezia, you do something. Not Kezia, Jesus Christ. Where did that come from?
There we go. That came from Barovia.
Wow.
It's been a while.
You haven't played Kezia in forever.
I'm actually looking at making her for 4th edition because we've got another horror campaign there. But the boy he's staring down, that's Conan, right?
That's Honan.
So Keith is going to pause and look at Albie, who has just been chilling on her shoulder the entire time, and sort of nod as if in response to something he said. One moment. Anyway, so Keith is going to look over at Albie, give the little weasel a nod, and
I forgot about the weasel.
walk over to Honan and
That was a really good impression.
Sorry.
What's going on in Honan's
One
head?
moment. A child is about to get done with timeout.
Sounds to me like he needs to go back.
Return whence you came.
So Keith is going to go over to him,
The boy?
to Honan, yeah, and say, Weasel got your tongue, lad. Well, here, let's give it back. And Albie's going to crawl, sorry.
The weasel's just gonna shove his fist into his mouth.
The weasel's gonna crawl into his throat and manipulate his vocal cords.
It's going to
But
crawl.
it's gonna look like Ratatouille, though, where he's pulling at the different strings.
Albie's just going to run along, like, run down my arm up onto the boy's shoulder, and then just kind of sit there. Right then, what have you got to tell us?
Alright. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is there any... Alright.
Mr. Weasel knows you're lying.
Odin is going to growl in such a way that it almost sounds like thunderclouds. He's just going to make it very, very clear the consequences of not speaking.
Gonna let him roll a wisdom saving.
How wise is the lad?
Not very. he kind of, with the weasel on his shoulder and loud booming growl from the traveler that's on the far end of the room. He's like, hi. And begins to just weep.
Keith is going to make a shooing motion toward Odin. All right, lads. You've been through a lot. Let's try to talk this out. Trying as best as she can to, empathize. And chewing Odin to, back off a little bit so that maybe the child can say a coherent thought.
He steps back slightly.
I mean, Odin's not even up in his grill.
Odin is across the
Side of
room.
My mistake. I thought Odin was right up 6 inches away from the poor kid's face.
Odin's across the room. He's been doing all this with his the force of will,
which is why it's so impressive.
He moved upwards a little bit, but not up to him.
Do we need the necromancer to play diplomat here? Is that what's happening?
What is Keitha doing? That depends.
Well, I mean, Keitha's trying, but her idea of being helpful is to put a weasel on the boy's shoulder and tell him to start talking, essentially. So
that is one weird weasel. I've never heard one make that kind of sound.
Is Darian doing anything during this time?
I don't know yet.
Well then, as you kind of just tell him to spill the burlesque, Keith begins through Racksaw, begins to say, I didn't mean to do it. I mean, I did, but I
fucking got him.
I didn't want it to end like that. I didn't mean to.
Keith is going to nod her head understands, but her face is very clearly showing she's very bewildered about how you stabbed someone in the chest on accident.
Oh, it's easy. You just trip 3 times.
He ran into my knife 10 times.
He ran into my knife. He ran into my knife.
He ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
Prison!
Anyways,
How
is
could
anyone
you tell
doing
me that
anything?
I was wrong?
Odin lets his. I'm just going to keep calling it an aura because that's hilarious. Odin sort of relaxes and goes back to looking like a large but fairly not unassuming but non-threatening traveler.
He enters passive mode.
Yes, passive. So he doesn't look immediately threatening to people.
Immediately.
Okay. So you stop intimidating the poor child.
Yes. I have my confession. He can now speak.
He's still weeping and just saying things of the sort of, I didn't mean it to want it to be like that, but I did, but I didn't, but I, and just kind of losing himself in a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
Right,
Keith is not sure how to deal with that, so she's glancing over at the guys, and
Odin steps toward him, calmly, and this time not I am your impending doom. He says, "Why don't you start from the beginning?"
Tulik kind of leans forward and says to the rest of the family, "You can all go for the moment. We'll fill you in a bit." All of them very confused. Very, very confused about what. All begin to kind of stand and shuffle out of the room into a back. As they do, the opponent begins to kind of pull himself together. My grandma she wasn't a very nice woman. I've been out of town for almost 4 months now because of a squabble I had with her. It was really upsetting, and so while I was gone, I tried to forget about it. Met some people, had just kind of traveled between towns. Ended up meeting a man. He listened to me as I complained about it, and ended up kind of encouraging me to go back and her. He even gave me a knife. And I was not entirely sober at the time. So when Frostfalter came around and he suggested that we come up here and just kind of deal with things, I wasn't totally in my rights when I decided to agree to it. But when I finally finally found her at her house and saw her sleeping there, I didn't want to do it anymore. I did. There was no reason to kill her. She was just an old woman. But I don't know. The determination ended up just sweeping over me, and it just happened.
What was his name, lad?
The man
Aye.
Olin. His name's Olin.
Of what clan?
Clan Dalton.
I figured as much.
Where's the knife he gave you?
He reaches into the back of his pants and pulls out a large-ish knife, a clean double-sided blade with a nicely carved wood handle, very basic, which is a almost pommel with a screaming face carved into it.
I cast Detect Magic on it first.
Oh, there's definitely magic in it.
What kind of magic?
Technically enchantment.
I see. I knock it to the ground as fast as possible.
Hey, ding, 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 ding. He's very surprised by the movement and kind of.
I wouldn't blame yourself too much for this one, lad. I suspect he had more than a small amount of talent. Influencing people's minds in a rather unscrupulous manner.
I don't think I understand.
I assume you know about the schools of magic.
I mean, I've never been there.
Do you know what enchantment is?
I mean, it's magic.
It's the art of influencing a person's mind.
Oh,
That knife is full of it.
what? But it's just a knife.
Yes, a magic knife.
So I didn't kill me grandma?
No, I suspect you did not.
No, you definitely stabbed her.
I
3 times.
smack you upside the head.
He starts crying again.
Does Tulok respond at all to this rando hitting me in the face?
Tulik has
No, he gives
kind
slapped you. That's not the same.
Tulik has kind of stepped into the next room, like half in the doorway, kind of listening, but he's not really part of the conversation. He's just kind of
Okay.
watching over the rest of the family at the moment.
While they're talking and he started going on about the magic, Darian moved over to pick it up with part of his shawl or fabric that he had on him and is examining the knife without directly touching it.
Okay. As a learned person, there are a few things that do make magic items stand out. Often it's either runic inscriptions or some gems that are embedded in the item or something to act as a conduit. And you're not seeing any specific type, but you understand that a magic item is crafted with fine craftsmanship, and that this is probably a magic item.
I would like to investigate it.
Okay.
Or I don't know if that's investigation or arcana. Just if I can figure out what exactly it is imbued, lack of a better word, with.
You're wondering what it does?
Yeah.
What chaos does it put upon the wielder?
Sadly, there is no skill that would really cover that. As
Alas.
a wizard, you would know that the only way to that description is by either attuning to the item, by casting an identify spell.
I definitely don't have the latter.
No, he said identify spell, not a ladder.
Well, I don't have either then.
Yeah, that's right. I can make bad puns too.
That's nice.
That's nice.
I don't know how to talk to you anymore.
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Anyways, so yes, there is no roll that you can really make to figure that one out.
So you said there weren't any runes on it then? In
There
particular?
are no specific runes on it, no. But the craftsmanship aligns with most identifying factors of a magic item.
Okay.
I hate to do this right in this climactic moment, but can we take a 10-minute break?
Yes, by all means.
Sure.
Thank you.
Go beat those children.
Director
Bondage
buzzer
them.
noise. Cut! Darian just drops the knife on the ground. All right, I need a coffee.
Roll a dexterity saving throw to avoid stabbing yourself in the foot.
So that didn't go the way I expected.
Wait, you thought you were gonna stab the kid?
No. Honestly, I expected... I don't know entirely what I expected. Everything prepared for an in-depth investigation. But, we didn't need that. It was pretty obvious. You guys are more of an intuitive party anyway.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay. But no, I had, everyone had a reason, and,
We
There
found it
were-
instantly.
and you guys just instantly oh, no, it's that dude. I understand why most DMs don't do,
He asked the room and waited for someone to act suspicious.
yeah, kind of a bad plan on my part. But, that's
it's
what
PCs.
DMing is about.
You can't plan for PCs.
Can't plan for PCs.
I gotta say though,
You good not
deciding
going to
when
college?
and where to clip the last hour is going to be tricky. Because there's
Oh,
such
yeah.
good content.
Cut it
too.
all. Just cut it all.
No,
This is
no.
just for us. This
One
is
day
just
I
for us.
Mm.
Considering we do have the rest of the game to go, guys ready?
Yeah, let's hit it.
Yes, please.
All right.
Because I have
1
another
hour,
game
8
tonight.
minutes and 30 seconds. Give or
All
take.
right.
Oh, Lord.
And that's only the
So-
second recording.
As you all are talking to Honan, uh, uh, Darian is inspecting the knife. Darian, you've moved over closer to the door, to the front door, to be able to pick up. And from outside, you hear a.
This sounds like M's part of the campaign is coming in.
A set or two of heavy feet.
Of heavy feet. I'm going to look out the door, I guess.
You're gonna open the door? Go ahead and make a perception check.
I've never heard such an ominous "you're gonna open the door" before.
He's leaning into that DM aesthetic hard.
Actually, not because of the ominous, but for other reasons. I want to crack the door open when I look out.
Okay, go ahead and make your perception check.
Oh, I wish I had Kyle's stats right now. What is my
God,
bonus?
so
Okay, I rolled a
confusing
total of a 9.
So confusing when you do that.
Okay.
Kyle and Kyle do sound different, though.
As you open the door, it appears that whoever was walking passing. So they're on the far side of the door.
The far side of what?
Of the door.
As you crack the door open, you're looking from one angle, but they're already passed on the other side of the door.
Thank you.
I got it now. Okay. I open the door further and look around the corner.
By the time you've opened the door, it sounds like they've probably moved past, and you don't see anything.
Hello? Hello?
We are here.
And then I just
something
shrug
wrong,
and shut the
Daddy?
door. And I thought that was something.
I heard loud feet.
Kitty. What? Someone was there. Now they're not.
Right. Okay. Is Honan still like pretty
Oh, he's sobbing.
sobbing? Yeah. Okay. Right. Keith is gonna
After your
look at
comment
him.
of, "Oh, you definitely stabbed her."
Yes.
Lost it.
Yeah. So Keith is gonna look really awkwardly at the sobbing boy, kind of gesture for Albie to come back, and she's gonna go over the door. Tulok, if you want to come in, think we've figured out what happened, and the boy is going to need someone to talk to.
Well, as long as we know that it was him, I heard him confess from in here. We'll just let the rest of the family go and take him to keep then.
It wasn't the boy.
I mean, obviously, Clan Dalton's meddling again.
This is not mere meddling. This is active participation.
I mean, it's a weird way to start a war.
All wars need groundwork.
Right. You must be new to Skoldra.
Lass, I've likely seen more of Skuldra than you ever will.
Then one would think you'd know that the groundwork's already been laid ages ago for war here.
I sort of shake my head at your naivety.
What? The druid's naive?
Naivete.
Bite me, Frenchie.
Hey, I said no more flirting.
I wouldn't say that to a French person. He's liable to do it.
Well, while you all debate the inner workings of war profiteering, I will escort the family out. Keep an eye on the boyfriend.
All right.
And Tulik shuts the door and leaves the family.
So, boy, where'd you meet the man
He
from
has
Dalton?
a name.
Sorry, you both spoke at the same time.
She asked where he met the guy from Dalton, and I told her very clearly that he has a name. Whether or not Hobbit remembers that, I don't know.
I do. It's Honan. I took notes.
I met him in a town a couple miles out called Cotton. It's just a small town. Not even
DM.
affiliated with any of the clans. You've probably heard of Cotton. It's relatively perhaps Clan Dalton main area.
Okay.
They are known to have survived outside of clan for a while just by paying defense from different people.
Okay. Is it generally a place where people would go to avoid
Notice?
notice, to get away?
Oh, definitely.
Wait, which
It's
town?
it's a Mos Eisley.
It's a Mos Eisley. The paying
Wretched
protection-
hive of scum and villainy.
Thank you.
The paying for protection is infamously known for their hire bandits to keep the rest of the clans out of their land.
Does Darian know any of this?
Go and roll a history check.
Does Odin know any of this?
Odin can roll a history check too. Just last time you went through that area.
I was gonna say, this sounds exactly like the kind of town that Odin has at least been through.
That's a 12.
16.
It's been a while.
It's been several years since you've been through it, Odin, and like you've heard stories, you've heard talk. Everyone hears rumors. So you're aware of this, but you're not entirely sure.
Entirely sure what?
The bandit protection stuff.
Gotcha.
Darian, you actually have heard of this place, and honestly, it's a good place to hide out.
What was the name of it?
Cotton. So Catun.
UN. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I say it weird.
Oh, it's hard to figure out. That's fine.
Trust involved.
The U is technically a schwa, so yes, Darian, you have heard of this place. It's really small. It's a really small town.
Okay.
So he's
Keith is
like,
kind of
yeah.
Yeah, he might have been Cadden. Keithan's kind of given up on trying to comfort him because she doesn't know how to do that.
Odin may not be a barbarian, but his danger sense is tingling right now.
In that case, roll a perception check.
Keith is probably wandered
17.
toward.
Say again.
17.
Where is Keitha wandering?
Is there a window near the front door?
She would like to crawl out of the window.
Not quite.
I
She's
would like
kind
to
of.
ooze. I would like to
She's-
ooze out of the window.
She's wandering over to like look and see when Tulak's getting back because she's like, at this point, okay, we solved it. I'm not judge, jury, and executioner, and he's crying, and he's guilty but not guilty, and this is all. Can I go back to the woods now?
Can I go home now?
I did.
So
I
she's-
did the thing.
So she's kind of looking for the nearest window to just keep an eye out for when Tulak's getting back.
Yeah, okay. There is a small window that's by the front door. You open the shutters and can look out and the. You said a 17, right, Odin?
Yes.
With a 17, you hear scratching noise from the fireplace. It appears to be up at the top of the chimney.
Well, I've seen enough horror movies that I'm not
Krampus?
going to go stick in my head in the fireplace. I've seen Gremlins.
No Hobbit.
But I
think it's
I
more
am
of
much more visibly on edge now,
Okay.
and I'm probably loosely pointing my spear towards the fireplace, but in such a way as to not freak the child out.
He's
Okay.
18. Come on, you guys.
I'm older than him, thus he is the child.
So, by that logic, y'all are kids.
Well, you
And I'm
already
the only adult in the room.
How old are
Well,
you?
you constantly make this joke anyway, so nuts.
Old enough.
No, how old are you?
38.
She got
She's
I am
38.
I am somewhere between 20 and 60, and I will not tell you
She's
whether
24.
you've guessed correctly or incorrectly.
She's 24.
I will neither confirm nor deny. I'm going to treat you like
don't
my
have
camp
to.
kids.
You told
as you
us
all
this
bicker
last
between
session.
yourselves.
I'm 24 on... Oh, I'm not 24. I'm 23 on Saturday, but whatever.
I'm 21 today.
Whoa, Forge.
Happy
Anyway,
birthday to
Don't you dare. I'll hang up.
Time to roll a new PC.
As Odin takes a more ready stance facing the fireplace, Honan is sobbing in his chair, just kind of very, very disconnected from everything. Keitha stares out the window to hopefully just will Tulik. And Darian, what are you doing?
Do I notice with my passive perception the scratching from the chimney?
I'll say you're on the other side of the room. Fine now.
Okay. I'm just gonna casually make my way back, and that's it. I'm not doing anything actively at the moment.
Okay. Then it's about that time that everyone is very, very aware. Long scraping noise that comes outside of the fireplace. Two small beings drop the chimney itself. I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Woo!
It's so cute.
Da, 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 da.
Gosh dang you. Freaking, I do not. I do not.
Now he shows his face. Battle map time.
Alright.
Oh, what is my
How is-
dexterity bonus?
How's the camera for you?
Looks good.
Yeah?
Like one of my few
A bit distant, but good
characters
enough
with a
to read.
decent dex mod.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's it. Okay. It's total of... Okay.
Okay, it's a little diagonal. I apologize. So, first off, I'll tell you where you all are. Odin. Darian. Keitha staring out the window over here.
I can't see me.
You're in
Oh,
the
you
top
can't
left
see-
corner.
How about now?
Oh, there we go. I just realized I can double. It had the slices, and I realized I can double click to make you the main one, and now I can see everything.
You can also
Yeah.
do full screen, too.
Well, I'm
Am I
on my
the one at
phone.
the very bottom.
Right.
And then here's or Honan. Sorry, Honan, and then the two figures that just dropped down. 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
16.
15. No, you don't like
And then I
spiders?
guess Keitha, what did you get?
8.
Ouch. So,
what it is.
as the figures drop from the chimney, they both dash out from the fireplace itself. You see what appear to be about goblin-sized elderly men, long mustaches and beards that come to a sharp point. Their ears point out from the sides of their head, rounded at the bottom, but with a fade-like tilt to the tips. On top of their head, red hoods that
No.
seem to be slick with liquid, and they all
the red caps.
They're red
Yeah.
caps, you guys.
they're red caps.
Oh
I'm so
yeah, those
excited.
things I know nothing about.
You're about to find
All right.
out, Boyle.
So hold on, quick history lesson. Red caps were believed to be spirits or goblins that inhabited battlefields, and after the battles, they would take the soldiers' hats and dip them in the soldiers' blood and then wear them, which is where they got their names.
And they're bloodthirsty.
And they would spring out of holes in the battlefield and attack people wandering through.
That is one interpretation of the.
Then there's the D&D monster interpretation,
Yes,
which is similar.
The D&D one's slightly different, but mine's the traditional Scottish.
I
Correct.
believe they spring from, like, the site of a murdered person.
Yes.
Interesting.
An innocent killed in battle.
Particularly
way.
innocent.
Either
Like-
way, red caps like to kill.
Okie doke.
Actually, makes sense for them to be here where the old lady was murdered.
Sorry for that wonderful piece of audio.
So I will say they go first. They rolled a 17 all in all dex on their initiative. So one of them is going to run towards you, Odin. Is going to do its inbound pursuit action.
It's running towards me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Plus numbers. 14 plus numbers. 16.
Okay. With a pounding of iron shoes and a jump and a screech, the creature leaps at you, but you very deftly dodge it as it plants both feet into the wall behind you, getting one of them to bust through the wall accidentally, using the rest of the movement to unwind itself from the wall and flop back to the ground. The other one is going to Keith, even or odd?
Odd.
Okay, good. Is going to run toward you and is going to make all
Make what?
3 attacks. The first one is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Second one is a 20 to hit.
What's your AC?
16.
And the third one
I cast
is
shield.
You what?
I cast shield.
I believe that's a touch spell.
Is it? Hold on, I'm checking.
The third one's gonna miss.
Never mind. I forgot that I don't have shield on this character. I'm used to playing a different storm sorcerer.
Understandable.
Forgive me, please. I am clueless.
That's okay. Is anyone else, any other casters here thinking, man, I wish I had my spell slots?
Yes, but I also conserved mine because I have a spear.
So
Yeah, I have
18
quite a few left.
18 points of slashing damage all.
Ooh.
Oof.
It's okay, it didn't. I'm fine.
But that brings us to Odin's turn.
Yeah, so, Ray of Frost.
Who are you attacking with that? The one next to you?
Yeah, the little imp that just tried to fucking
I believe Ray of
curb
Frost
stomp me.
is a distance spell. Is that correct? It's
Wait, actually, good point. How close is he?
he's like
Hold on.
within
There's
5
a tactical map. Why am I not looking at it?
Yeah, it's right here. Hi.
Let's see. Yeah,
This one.
fuck it. I'll just stab him.
Okay, you do have a spear. That
I
does
do
make sense.
indeed. Two-handed stab.
Two-handed stab.
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
All right. That's what I'm talking about, Chief. D8. Okay. 9 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And it is registered as silvered, if that makes a difference.
I am aware. You also are you section 2? Because
What?
you have the spear. What are you? Is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use my offhand attack as well.
Yep. Go ahead. I assume you remember how that works.
Vaguely.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
Since you aren't, I believe that the works is you're not proficient in offhand. You get to make the attack, but you add proficiency modifier to it.
Gotcha. I did roll a nat 20.
Well, that would hit.
Damage.
So double the dice and add it all up.
Alrighty. It'll be... God, my math is really on point. 14 points of piercing damage.
All right. You bring your spear down on the goblinoid-ish form and cut it up pretty good. That's the end of your turn. Dardian.
I would like to cast Ray of Sickness against the one that has attacked Keitha.
Okay. That's a Constitution save, right?
That is a yes.
That is a 9.
Ray of Sickness. Oh, it is still a ranged spell attack.
Oh,
But
okay.
it is going to fail the save though. It's both.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
Plus 6, 18 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. So, he's going to be poisoned until the end of the next turn. He's going to take 2d8. So 9 points of damage plus... Do I add anything to that, or is it just the 2d8?
I do believe it's just the 2d8.
Okay. So that's going to be 9 points of damage.
All right.
And he's poisoned.
Good to know. And I have the little ring around him. Keitha, it's your turn. Unless you're doing anything else with your...
I'm used to rogue, so I'm used to giving advantage either to myself or someone else if I'm right next to them, but that's not the case. So I'm fine with where I am.
Okay.
So bonus action, I'm going to summon a bear spirit.
All right.
Which means...
Oh my god, the other side of the room.
So, yeah, while you're doing that. So, myself, Honan, Odin, and Darian all get 5 plus 2, 10 temporary hit points. We all have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while within the aura. And then for my action, I'm going to turn into a black bear.
Okay, well, I'll just use the black bear.
Yes, I am the bear now.
Look at me. I am the bear.
I'll just use a ring for the bear spirit. Yep, you're now a bear.
Okay, and the spirit's aura is a 30-foot radius around.
Yeah, you're easily covering the.
Okay, perfect. So that's my bonus action and my action. I can't really get to a point where I can flank, can I? Because there's a table.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. It's Honen's turn. He's going to hide. Good to know. With a girlish scream. It's the cat's turn. Let's see here. Okay. So one of them notices Honan is going to run on the other side of Odin and make an attack.
Is that an opportunity
It's-
attack for me?
No, actually, he never leaves your range.
Huh.
He's going to attack Honan with advantage. Honan is. That's a nat 20.
Oof.
That's a
Bye.
nat 18.
Bye, kiddo.
Nat 15. So,
He's got
I'm
10
ready to roll.
temporary hit points.
ooh, I will
I
roll
get-
the dice then. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, I gave him.
6. And another 6.
Well, that's a sign.
Plus 12. Yeah, no, he's dead. Even with the temporary hit points. He's very, very dead.
Oh, he's gonna probably die anyway.
I tried.
The other red cap is going to use its turn. So it has disadvantage. In your bear form, that's a 19 and a 20. I assume that a 25 will hit?
I'm fairly certain it does.
Never
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
never met
nope.
red caps that roll so high before.
I assume a 12 does not?
No, it does. I'm just a bear.
Okay. And then, yeah, that will also hit then too.
My AC is 11 as a bear.
I'm just a bear.
Better than being
Sick.
just a bill.
18 plus 12. 30 points of damage.
Okay, so let me see here. So that takes away the 19. I'm a druid again. Because that's the
Wait.
19 hit points from
Does
bear
that include
form.
the 10 temp?
What?
Does that include the 10 temporary hit?
Yeah, 10 plus 19 is 29.
Ah, so you take 1 point of damage.
Yes.
But that's their turn. So, Odin, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and basically pin the goblin that just ran past me to the floor like a butterfly.
Okay,
Oh.
go ahead and attack.
Hulk smash.
17.
That'll hit.
Uh, 8.
Okay.
And then offhand. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit.
Wow, okay.
These guys aren't wearing armor, it appears.
Ah, fair enough. That is a 6.
Alright. You take a couple stabs at it and parrying them, but isn't parrying them well enough to keep itself from getting hurt. Dardian.
Decisions. I'm gonna get off my screen. Go away. I'm gonna rush over to the one closest to Keitha, and I'm gonna hit it with a stick.
Okay. Do you want to flank so you get advantage?
Sure. Why not?
You get to roll twice and take the higher of the two.
Why would one say no?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I rolled a 5 on both of those.
Which brings it to a... Do you not have attack cantrips?
Attack cantrips?
Yeah.
What
You have
cantrip?
Toll the Dead. You know that, right?
True. I forgot about Toll the Dead. I forgot that does a good amount of damage.
It does 2d12 at the... I will let you take all that back.
Sure, they don't seem very smart. Wisdom save.
Alright.
Surprisingly, while not smart, they are exceptionally wise.
Concern.
That's an 11.
Nope.
So roll me 2d12.
I lied about the wisdom.
There's a cat on the outside of my window. Pet it.
Kitty!
Yay.
Oh yeah, what's good, cat?
Mine's sleeping on a pair of pants on my bed.
Mine's on my legs.
See, I rolled 5 on the plastic, but see, my metal dice rolled a 12. So,
So that would
Is it the
make...
shiny one?
17.
Is it the shiny
Alright.
ones we got you?
No, those are yet to be used.
The clicky
Those are
clicky
being
number rocks.
saved.
Clickety clackety number rocks.
The
You
math-
cast
the
your
math-
spell, and there's a ripple of energy around grass. Gives a shrill shriek. Keitha, it's your turn.
Alright, we'll cast Shillelagh on my staff.
I do believe that's a section. Yep.
It is. And then I will try to whack him with the staff.
All right.
That's a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Oh, good. Nope. I should have taken that. Should have taken that. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, that's my action and my bonus. If I try to move, he's gonna attack me.
All right. Well, Honan is dead.
Yeah.
Now it's the red caps. The one you've been attacking. Oh,
He got nommed.
and he's going to take all 3 attacks against you. The lowest 12 does not.
You're gonna have to repeat that.
I assume a 12 doesn't hit.
It meets. I don't know what that
12
means.
does hit then.
All right,
So
there we
all
go.
3 of these are going to hit.
If it meets, it beats.
We're gonna need to get you guys some magical armor or something.
You don't say.
Get those boys some mithril.
So that's
He
20
needs
points of
some
damage
mithril.
all.
I'm still at max health. What are you talking about?
20 points of damage.
20 points of damage all in all.
Alrighty.
You're at
And-
max
and-
health this time.
Yeah, last time wasn't fun.
This is the
other
same
one-
day as the druid fight.
I know.
the other one having... I know, this is all the same day.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys
I-
rest.
I have 1 spell slot left.
I recovered my spell. You used a lot of spells in that fight, though.
I
She did.
did.
Well,
I
The
hardly
other one,
use-
however, is going to leave your area, Keith.
Can I whack him with my
You-
shepherd's crook?
You can certainly try.
Crook him in the back.
All right.
So, let me look at it again so I can remember exactly how this works. Because I haven't done it yet. Shepherd's crook.
Forgot I gave you that.
Oh, so as an opportunity attack, I can make an athletics check contested by his athletics or dexterity, which
Okay.
I have advantage on strength checks right now.
True.
To do what?
If I succeed, he's knocked prone.
Oh, by grabbing his leg?
So that's a 19.
And that's a natural 1 on their part.
So
Nice.
I have a shepherd's crook. So as he tries to flee, I turn it around and hook his foot. Because that's what you do when the
he
sheep
falls
is trying to get
prone,
away.
Uses half his movement to get back up, and isn't going to be able to make it as... yeah, no. And instead is going to attack his action. Wait, hold on. That is a 11 first. Yeesh. I assume 11 misses.
It does, because I'm back in my druid form where I have armor. I think it's only leather armor, but...
14 to hit,
Nope.
and a 13 to hit. All three.
No.
It appears that you've knocked him off balance. A trick. That's their turn, though. Odin,
Aye.
it's your turn.
Shocking grasp on the little shit in front of me.
Ooh, make a melee spell attack.
As one does. Remember CJ Storm Sorcerer, who Shocking Grasp was like his reflex because he hated being touched?
Oh, I loved it.
It was so great. And the Chaotic Stupid was like, huh, it's only one hit point. Poke. Do it again.
22.
22?
That'll
You'll
hit.
hit. Go and roll me damage.
Uh, 15 damage.
Alright.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal, okay.
I want him
you-
unconscious, but not dead.
You grab the front of its face and her energy fingers, and you watch sparks fly off of every bit of facial hair this thing has. Its arms spread in agony as the scythe that it was holding, the sickle, drops, and as you let go, ground fully unconscious. Would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
I'm going to move to stand in front of whatever exit it looked like the dude was, the other one was running.
It had actually turned towards Darian, not an exit.
Ah. Then I'm going to stand between it and Darian.
Okay.
At least in such a way as to impede its path, but not obscure Darian's field of view on it.
Is that a hearth or a table?
I'll allow it.
Darian's far enough back that he can move over 5 feet if he needs to get line of sight and still not have to get in melee for grant opportunity
Speaking
or
of which,
anything.
Darian, it's your turn.
I am going to do that again.
Wisdom
Totally
saving throw?
did.
Totally did. So another wisdom save.
That is a 14.
That meets. So he is not poisoned at the end of the turn.
Oh, okay.
But-
wait, hold on. Wait, was that for...
I'm sorry.
Oh, if that was a Constitution save,
It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save, then yeah, that's 14.
Okay. So yeah, so he's not worried about that. Does a... God, what do I add? It's been a very long time since I've used magic.
Magic's great. I love the caster classes. Most
Oh,
of them.
caster classes are so much fun. I miss Friedrich.
Warlocks.
Or you know what? Yeah, okay, no, he doesn't take any damage.
Oh, so that was... Okay. Do they have to make a save?
I was looking at two different spells.
Okay.
I'm jumping back and forth. But for clarification, you point at one creature, target must succeed a wisdom save or take 1d8. If the target is missing any, 1d12, and the spell levels up as you do.
Yeah, so it's 2d12 at the moment for you.
Right. But
It says
he made the
on-
save, though, so he's fine.
Yeah. For the disease one, for the Ray of Sickness, do they make a save at the end?
Yes. That's the other one I've been bouncing between. I roll to hit. It would be 2d8 poison, and then they would also roll to make a Constitution save.
Well, I've been forgetting to do that, so do that in the future.
It's fine because that last turn I was using Toll the Dead anyway. So
yeah. Keitha.
Right. Bonus action, activate the Staff of the Adder.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to hit this squirmy little boy.
Go for it. So while you're rolling, if I'm not mistaken, the mechanical almost looking snake travels shepherd makes.
you're cutting out.
I'm
really
sorry, are
hard.
we dealing with another mechanical snake?
No, I
It's
wouldn't
not-
say it's here. Let me.
It's
Does Darian have a new
construct
pet?
looking. It's not mechanical.
No, it's more like Jafar's staff.
that.
The
I
snake
see.
head becomes animate.
Yeah, so we're dealing with a Moses situation.
Yeah, this is a Moses situation.
Yes.
Who has the Moses staff right now?
because,
The
yeah.
druid. They didn't chase all the snakes out of Ireland. That's a
Damn it, that
natural
was clever.
19, so I'm
That-
pretty sure it hits.
Natural 19, that'll hit.
Yes. Okay. So, he's gonna take a d6 piercing damage, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that's only an 8.
So he takes 1 point of piercing damage, and let's find out how much poison damage he takes. 11 points of poison damage.
So 12 points in all.
The snake bites him.
The snake bites him, and he does not. It's his turn now.
I feel like that was in character.
It farts in fear.
No, I'm thinking
You
more
know
of this was a really bad idea today.
It's going to split up its attacks. It's going
Okay.
to attack against Keitha.
Oh,
For now.
it's slashing out.
First one is an dirty 20.
That'll hit,
I'll just roll for damage real quick.
right?
9 points of damage.
Wonderful.
The next one's going against Odin. That's an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Then the last one's going against Odin. That's a 17 to hit.
I suppose.
That's 11 points of damage.
Alright. Apply changes. Just real quick, I want to check something. Nope.
But that is its turn. Odin is.
Oh, good. Never mind that. Yeah. So I'm a shocking grasp this one too.
Okay, go and make a melee spell attack.
$14.
That will hit. Roll me that damage.
Sweet, sweet damage though. $12.
See, now, Ken needs to understand that this is a real bad touch.
12.
How would you like to do this?
Same as the other one, except I want this one to this one. Basically, I want this one's head to explode, gremlin style.
Okay.
Ooh.
And that's pretty much what happens. You pour the energy into its face as well, and the facial hair practically evaporates immediately. before the back of the skull just kind of snaps and cracks, and a gray, viscous liquid begins to pour out as it drops very dead to the floor. And that is the end of initiative.
Bloody hell.
That's a word for it.
What was the word?
Right. There's two actually, bloody and ill.
Oh.
As Keith, starts applying pressure to the stab wounds. I guess they were more slashy than stab, but I'm gonna sit down for a minute here.
I check on Boy.
Boy is dead. Honan?
No
Boy is dead.
Boy is very much dead.
Boy.
Boy.
Boar.
Boy.
From the top. I cannot heal our friend, so
Right.
you're
I'm
on your
gonna.
own on that one.
The boy's dead, so there's nothing I can do for him. I suppose I can just do one more. I'll cast a Cure Wounds on myself, I guess.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Going through my spellbook, trying to see.
I'm going through Boy's stuff and seeing if he's got anything that might give us a. I'm putting everything back once I've looked at it, but I'm seeing if like a token or a coin, something that directly links or gives more evidence to clan. What's their name?
Go ahead and make an investigation.
11.
You find the sheath for the dagger.
I hold that out towards Darian because I assume he's still got the dagger.
It's on the ground somewhere, but I can find it. Oh, thank you.
And I stand up and clean up my spear.
All right.
And then I tie up the goblin that I've knocked out.
Red cap, but yes.
Yes, sorry, red cap, yes.
I know I described them as goblinoid, but that's more of a descriptor. They have that.
Yeah,
They all look the same.
That was my fault.
They're all under 3 feet.
Can I use...
If they're short and hobbit size, I typically think of them as either halflings or goblins.
I take offense to that.
You should. It was targeted.
So I'm going to start working on a short rest. Can I use Speech of the Woods to ask Albie to go get Tulok and ask him to hurry?
Sure.
And bring a healer.
I mean, Cure Wounds, I rolled an 8 on the die, so I healed up 11 points, so I'm actually not too bad. But yeah, no. I just tell him to get Tulok and hurry.
Okay. He skitters through the window that you were earlier, off into the night.
The dark night.
I can cast light.
You all kind of sit there in blood and pain as Odin makes sure that the red cap is completely tied up after examining the body of Hom. Is there anything else you would like to do while you...
Not bleed out.
That is always a good thing.
Did you get hit pretty hard too, buddy?
I told you I'm at half health.
He's the one. He's the one
why I
who
said
took
maybe a
on
healer.
one of them by himself.
Okay, then never mind. I would have healed him instead of myself, so you get 11 hit points.
Well, how are you feeling, though?
On a scale of 1 to 38, I'm at a 19.
Okay, so you're not dying either.
No, I'm bloodied. That's all.
I don't think I got hit, so
You are kind of the wizard.
You're welcome.
You're supposed to not get hit.
I exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That means you played your character correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 5 minutes later, bursts open with a very red-faced lick holding the ferret in one hand. Bralo's teeth, what is it with...
I'm sorry, what is it with what? What was this?
What is it with 3 of you?
Why is this
I
always
scout-
the 3 of you?
I he
Believe me,
says that, and
Professor.
I just turn and glare at him with one eye.
Right, that'd be a great question. My question is, what is it with Clan Dalton and ruining my day?
What is it now? What happened this time?
Why don't you look around instead of asking useless questions?
Keitha points to the red
those
cap.
came out of the ceiling.
They came out of the chimney, but yeah.
Like demented elves.
As would have, I take personal offense to that.
Bite me.
He looks it over for...
You're not my type.
I could be.
Damned fairies.
Can we just take a minute to appreciate?
All
Bite
right.
me. You're not
All
my
right.
type. I could be. Damn fairy.
Oh my god. Okay, in this case, yes, phrasing is absolutely applicable.
Darian's just
We
watching
got
this back
him
and
to
forth.
acknowledge phrasing.
Darian and I are just standing back watching the dialogue.
There's like subtitles are so much more helpful. Where was this? We were having the Druid Dryad conversation.
Oh, don't you know that sometimes it's community based, sometimes Kyle gets to do them. Actually, let me rephrase that. Frederick gets to do them.
No. No.
Wait, hold on, because now I need to make a meta joke, because now I'm picturing the time that Brave licked the ash crystal. Okay, hear me out. But it's Frederick voicing over with God, I know his name and I can't think of it. The old guy who does all the documentary videos.
Morgan Freeman?
No.
Atkinson?
I think so.
Rowan Atkinson?
Maybe.
The guy who played Alfred in...
No.
Michael.
The very British guy who does like the nature documentaries.
Yeah, Atkinson.
Okay, yes. But it's just Frederick. So
And here we see.
you have Brave pick up the crystal look at, and here in his natural habitat, you see the half
A ranger. Doing what a ranger does best. Licking rocks?
As you can see, he does not care for the taste.
Much like a marine, he is eating crayon. Sorry, I genuinely have love for all the Marines out there, but there are stereotypes, and I have to mock all of them.
So...
No, I think that's the bard. I think that's
nostalgia.
the bard's gimmick, actually. Oh, I misheard you. You said knocking them.
So, he asked, what's with us three?
Oh no, he's the one who said the
Right.
damned fairies thing.
Right, yes. It came after the boy, Conan. And, did quite a number on him. Wasn't much I could do for him after he got hit.
He kind of swears under his breath. Well, there's not much one could do, I'm certain.
So, Is it time to talk to the elders about what we do about Clan Dalton?
It's time for me to talk to the elders about what we do with Clan Dalton. It's time for you all to find a bedside.
Don't hate that idea.
You're gonna need a cell for this one.
Oh, trust me, we have cells. For the rest of you, I'll make sure that the inn gives you all free accommodations for the night. We appreciate everything you've done for
Alright. Well then, I'll be heading home. Do you boys know how to find your way back to the inn?
I think so.
Are they still under probation, Tulak, or can I let them find their rooms by themselves?
Honestly, Keith, I prefer that you actually stay within the walls for the night. I may need you again tonight.
There's
If
a
not-
very obvious eye roll, but... Hi.
Why is this my
If
turn?
that's what you want. Suppose I can spend a night in town.
I appreciate it. And trust me, the mead will make up.
No, it won't.
Alright. Come on, boys.
As we walk out the building, I lean over to
Odin.
thank you.
You're gonna have to lean
you can
up.
you can hear my brain flatline for a second.
It's more of a lean back, right? Keith is
Yeah,
leading
you're
the way, and so he's more like dropping back to walk right next to Odin and whisper.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lean up to Odin.
They sure know how to throw a party in this town.
That's a word for it. I'm getting more and more dwarvish.
Yes, as long as I can stray away from Russian, I'll be fine, though.
You're somewhere
wife
between
is-
Russian and Indian.
It's been
Like
a long
India.
time, all right, and I didn't listen to the last session before we started.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just saying that those are like your two bumpers, right? If you swing too far one way, you're going to hit Russian. If you swing too far the other way, then you get into the Hindu
And
accent.
if you swing too far the other way, you'll find me.
Hey,
See, when he says he leans over, what he means is he leans in and rests his head on Odin's chest. Pulls his arm around his shoulders.
yeah, Kelso, don't worry too much. Ever since I started running the hut,
You cut out
Oh,
ever since
man.
you started what?
ever since I started running the Sang campaign, the Asian campaign I'm running,
Okay.
Emily says that every single one of my accents Chinese.
Right.
So, what are you saying to Odin?
He told him they sure know how to throw a party in this town.
That was it. That's all I said.
Well, you guys continue along your day, eventually making it into a bed and level up during the night, as well as getting a full night's sleep. And
Level up!
that
Level up.
is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
A winner is you.
And we hit level 6, ladies and gents.
That's where things get interesting.
I now have the power.
I get to pick more spells. What is the necromancer excited about for level 6?
I don't know. What could he possibly be excited about at level 6?
Oh, good.
Do you
I
get
really-
create undead?
I get
Ooh,
animate
this-
undead at least.
I'm so excited.